Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program. Brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Kowalyk. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we will have news and weather, but first, campus news. Starting this Friday, SUNY Fredonia will be holding their family weekend. Students' loved ones are invited to come onto campus and explore Dunkirk and Fredonia. There will be over 15 different things to do. Events range from various on-campus performances to a ghost hunt at the Dunkirk Lighthouse.
While you're out with your family this weekend, you may want to go and see a show. SUNY Fredonia's Department of Theater and Dance will be performing Into the Woods starting tomorrow in Marvel Theater. The show will continue until October 29th with 6 total performances. Tickets are available through the ticket office in the Williams Center.
The Leader, SUNY Fredonia's student-run newspaper, published their most recent issue in print on Wednesday. The new issue features a preview of Into the Woods, a fashion column, a guide to winter sports, and a brand new edition of Lover column. Be sure to pick up a copy in any academic building today. The Leader is always looking for new writers, photographers, and artists. Reach out to leader@fredonia.edu to join.
Thank you, Alex. Today we will be interviewing Chris LeGros from the Career Development Office, and we'll be having our classically chaotic segment, Trivia Slightly After 12. We'll also be listening to a few of our weekly segments, such as Just the Facts, the Local Lowdown Tsunami Tsurprise, and Just Me Unplugged.
Let's start with our local news update prepared by Cascio, followed by a weather update with Izzie. What's going on, Cascio?
Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners. I'm Cascio Fonseca, your Fredonia Radio Systems news director. And you know what really grinds my gears? Parking on the Fredonia campus. But that's besides the point. In local news this week, there's usually more tricks than treats when the phrase lake effect pops up in the weather forecast before Halloween. Some motorists were finding that out Tuesday morning. Road conditions in some spots were apparently slick after what the National Weather Service described as a widespread lake effect rain and wet snow showers moved in to western New York. By 8 a.m. on Tuesday, at least 2 vehicle rollovers were reported on Interstate 86, one in Sherman and the other in Poland. There also were accidents on Fluvanna Town Line Road near the town of Gary and one on Casadega-Stockton Road near the town of Stockton. 2 vehicles were involved in a crash around 9 a.m. on Route 60 in the town of Charlotte between Moon and Luce Roads. New York State troopers responded and no serious injuries were reported. In its short-term forecast that included Chautauqua and southern Erie counties, the National Weather Service said the arrival of snow was heavy enough across the higher terrain to briefly coat roads. Motorists should be prepared for slick conditions on some overpasses and across elevated terrain, the Buffalo office of the Weather Service said. In some places, such as DeWittville, there was enough accumulation to cover the ground in the morning. David Zaff, meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Buffalo, said lake effect rain is no different than lake effect snow in how it's formed. The only difference is, of course, it's falling as rain versus as snow, Zaff said. According to the Weather Service, lake effect precipitation occurs when cold air moves across the open waters of the Great Lakes. As the cold air passes over the warm waters, warmth and moisture are transferred into the lowest portion of the atmosphere. The air rises, clouds form, and grow into narrow bands that produce the rain or snow. Rain or snow continued in some areas of Chautauqua County and Buffalo throughout this week. However, temperatures are looking promising heading into the weekend. That's all for local news, but what's this? We have a surprise campus news report courtesy of jazzman Josh Ribakove. That's right, folks. This coming Sunday, October 23rd, check out Nia Jones' Senior Percussion Recital at 4 p.m. at Roche Recital Hall. She'll be performing Side by Side, I've Never Been in Love Before, and many other awesome pieces. In Side by Side, Nia will also be playing several instruments all at once. Again, that will be Nia Jones' Senior Percussion Recital at 4 p.m. at Roche Recital Hall. Thanks for listening in, Dunkirk and Fredonia. Have a great weekend.
Now, here is your Northern Chautauqua weather update brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia, and happy Friday. I'm your resident weather reporter, Izzie, bringing you this weekend's forecast. Today will be a high of 63 degrees with sunshine all day, although there will be wind gusts that will remain around 30 miles per hour. This evening, we see temperatures dropping into as low as the 50s, and tomorrow, Saturday, starts off our warm weekend with a high of 70. There's going to be sun all day, with the low being at 51. Saturday looks like the best day for you to do all your fall activities because I'm predicting that there won't be a cloud in the sky. Sunday will have a high of 69 degrees and be partly cloudy, and the low will once again be at 51. Get out there and have a nice weekend. This has been your weekend weather forecast, and I'll pass it right back to your hosts.
Thanks, Cas and Izzie. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. And to start, here is Just the Facts.
Welcome back to Just the Facts, where we talk about just facts, only facts, no opinions, just facts. I'm your host today, Alex Erwin, along with my friends Hunter
Hello.
and Chloe.
Hello.
I'm very excited about this week's fact.
You're excited about all week's facts that are yours.
Honestly,
you do say that a
I
lot.
am. I was thinking about what topic we should do this week, and I was given such a great suggestion by none other than Chloe Kowalyk. What was that suggestion, Chloe?
I said that we should talk about nachos because you talk about cheese and you talk about chips and you gotta and food.
Yes.
You gotta combine them.
This was recommended to me on last week's High Noon during trivia. I think it was the first question. So we're doing nacho facts because Chloe said I should do something like nachos. And I was like, what a great idea. Now I don't have to work and come up with a topic.
Agreed.
It's just given
You're
to me.
welcome.
Yes. And as such, I would like Chloe to do the first fact for today.
I will do the first fact just for you, Alex.
Oh, thank you.
I never get picked to go first. This is so great. Anyways, so my fact is that, okay, I feel like I have to give some background. No, I won't give any background. You know what? The first time that nachos was published in English was in 1949 in a cookbook. And the cookbook is called A Taste of Texas. I propose
Yes.
that we, as the Just the Facts crew,
Make a cookbook.
Go to Texas.
I was just going to say we should buy this and make that nacho recipe, but you know what? Those are great ideas.
Think about a just the
How
facts
about we
cookbook.
go to Texas,
Yes.
make this recipe, and then make our own cookbook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Incorporate all three things.
We're
Sure.
just nacho recipes.
Yes.
Which is not the first nacho recipe, but it's the first time that nacho is in English in the book.
That's a good fact.
Thank you.
I would say, and you said 1949?
1949.
Yeah, in Texas?
In Texas.
Do we know?
No. In the book called A Taste of Texas.
Oh.
Where was this book published?
I don't. You think I know?
I'm assuming around Texas.
Let's
right?
check.
It has to
Watch it be like Connecticut.
What's the name of it again?
New Hampshire,
A Taste of Texas.
1949.
You'll go for 1949.
Nice.
Yep, 1949 by Random House. Where's the publisher? Well, where's the publishee's location? Oh, there's one review on Amazon.
Okay.
A real Texas treasure, iconic cookbook, compiled and published almost 70 years ago. This contains some of the most unforgettable recipes there are. Wow. Thank you, Sally Langston, for that riveting review.
Thanks, Sally.
Thanks,
Shout out to Sally.
Shout out to Sally. Well, Hunter, enough about 1949 nacho recipes. Hunter, do you have a fact for me?
I do have a
nacho
fact for you. So let's take it to Texas, 1949, okay?
I just
We
said
are
were done.
already in Texas, 1949.
I said-
Yeah, but
we
he
were-
said we're taking it out of it, so we're going back in.
We're going back. I try so hard on this show. Okay,
So,
we're
all right.
back in Texas in 1949
So nachos, okay?
with a plate of nacho.
Not particularly a plate of nachos, okay?
Okay.
When I think of nachos, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but when I think of nachos, I think about your classic chip, cheese, and you can get a little fancy with like meat and stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
so the original nachos didn't have meat.
Oh,
It was
Okay.
just straight up chip, cheese, and jalapeno. Okay? And then like the modern version, they call it the modern nacho. That's when you got like your fancy meat, your sour cream, your lettuce,
beans.
your beans.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
It gets complex,
Yeah.
you know?
It gets complex in the modern era.
But back to
and
Texas.
you can see this in our cookbook when we release it.
yes.
Yes.
Well, though that is definitely plagiarism, but that's fine.
But when I think of nachos, I think of chip, cheese, meat. Like taco in a bag.
Yes.
And
not
that's
in a
where I
bag?
went for this,
Oh.
okay?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Taco in a bag.
Taco in a bag. I have some history for you there. The exact origin isn't completely clear. However, it's believed to be created somewhere in Mexico. The oldest known recipe, however, uses Frito brand corn chips with chili and was published in Texas in 1949. I think this is in
So-
the same cookbook.
You think it's in
Okay.
the same
See,
cookbook.
this is the America version, though.
Yes.
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 It is important to clarify because they were invented in Mexico
Yes.
by somebody named Ignacio, which is
I
why
wa-
they named it Nacho because his nickname was Nacho.
I wonder if
Sorry.
this is about the same book, though.
I think it is. Okay, now Alex, can
Yes.
you somehow pull up the nacho page so we can compare and contrast the ingredients?
I'm trying to see if there is a PDF of the Taste of Texas.
Yes.
But-
Well, he looks for that. I just want to know your guys' comments on using chili for a taco in a bag.
I try it.
I would too. I think it's pretty good. Like, it's not that different. It's just a lot more
It's
bean.
still the meat, the bean,
Yeah.
the spice.
Yeah.
Do you want to make Just the Facts branded bags of chips?
I feel like these websites are going to give this computer viruses, so I'm going to stop doing that. But
That's fair.
I can really appreciate the fact that we said we're going to do nacho facts, and Hunter was like, no.
I'd say it's closely related.
Closely related.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow it this one time.
I'd say it's close enough, you know?
I don't know about that.
Nachos, taco in a bag. Taco in a bag is basically nachos,
Okay. If you say so.
but in a bag.
Yeah.
I think we should have
Yeah.
Just the Facts nachos, and it's just chips and cheese.
You know what? I
Take it back
started
to
to
the
say
classic.
that, and then you interrupted me. So I would like to say that I should get full credit for this episode and also what you just said.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just the facts with Chloe.
Just the
Just
facts.
But
Yeah. Anyway.
you can't take credit for my fact for today because it's a good one. I searched the web for a good. Ooh.
Oh, I searched the web.
I searched the web for a good nacho fact, and I found I went back to the basics. What would I find in like a Guinness Book of World Records? And I found the most expensive plate of nachos sold in America. Right? You're in the Park Hyatt Hotel in New York, and you order yourself a plate of Russian nachos. Fresh potato chips topped with caviar, sour cream, chives, and hard-boiled egg yolks. A very funky sounding plate of nachos for $210 for this plate of nachos.
You know how we were saying about, I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes ago in the recording,
Mm-hmm.
how it can be very versatile, nachos?
Yeah.
I think this is just too versatile.
Too versatile.
Yeah,
It's too much.
it's like when you have a salad and they're like, anything could be a salad. But then there's like one piece of lettuce and everything else
Exactly.
is crouton. That's what it feels like.
Well, that's my kind of salad.
I
but-
know, that's why I said that.
I'm looking at these nachos right now, and they don't even look like nuts. It's literally like a potato chip with like this little like dab of sour cream, chive, some hard-boiled egg yolk like shredded on top, and then caviar. That is a funky interpretation of a nacho.
I agree. It's taking it too far.
Taking it too far.
That's when you need to just dial back chip and cheese.
Why are they called Russian nachos, though? Why do you think they're called Russian nachos?
Because
Because
It's
there's
big.
so much stuff on it that they're rushing to make it.
I was gonna say it's big and Russia's big, but I like yours better.
I was gonna say because of the caviar, but
No.
you
No,
know.
that's too logical, man.
What do you mean? Okay,
Alex,
I'm gonna-
Erwin.
I'm ending the episode. No, stop it. Stop it. I'm ending the episode. And that's been Just the Facts. I hope you all enjoyed our funky nacho facts this week. And join us next week for another great episode of Just the Facts. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Next up is the local lowdown Tsunami Tsurprise.
A creature like that. How would it ever die?
Hey everyone, it's Mel
And Jordan.
from the Local Lowdown here in BJ's basement, and this is a first for us. And we're here with Tsunami Tsurprise. Hey, you guys.
Well, howdy.
Hello. We just saw you guys perform, at least our very first time seeing you guys perform live, and you guys were absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
And we have a couple questions for you guys. So first of all, why don't you guys start off by introducing yourselves and the role you guys play in the band?
Oh, man. How much time you got?
5-10 minutes.
All right, my name is James, and I play guitar in the band.
My name is Cam, and I also play guitar in the band.
My name is Meg, and I sing in the band.
My name is Griffin, and I pretend to know how to play bass in the band.
My name is Matt, and I do drums and auxiliary percussion pad.
Thank you, guys. He does the pizza time.
And also the applause.
That's true, yeah.
All right, the applause is a key part of the set. I
Right,
learned
yeah.
that tonight.
It's just not the same without it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for the introductions. So the group mixes surf rock, punk, indie rock, even some sludge. How does this Frankensteinish mix come together?
I mean, I think it just comes from a mix of influences from all of us. Like Cam, he's a surfy guy. He's surfing around all the time. He's doing a little bit of surfing. You know, me, I'm a little bit more stuck in the sludge. You know, I can't get my surfboard out.
Yeah.
I'm just bad at music. Yeah, Griffin's bad, and Matt makes us be louder.
Gotcha. What does Meg do?
What do you do, Meg?
I just kind of like stand there and scream. I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I think, I don't know, to sum it up, it's just a mixture of a bunch of sounds that we like and think that are cool in songs. And we're like, you know what? In our big old musical spaghetti that we got cooking up, let's throw some in. Let's put the sauce on low.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone in the band actually know how to surf?
No. Beg my pardon. Oh, clap for sync. Yeah.
So since my freshman year, I've heard of Tsunami Tsurprise, and there's been a big transition, and I think we can all agree on. So how has that transition been for you guys with a new lead singer and a lineup potentially? Go for it.
So we've been a band for a while. We did go through a lineup change at some point, and in the midst of that lineup change, we forgot to cancel a gig. So we took it anyway and had all of our friends come to cover the vocals for songs. And I sang one, Griffin sang one. Our friend Andy, who plays in a bunch of bands around here, sang a couple. And they were like, hey, Meg, you want to sing a song? And she was like, yeah, I'll do that. So she did. And it was great, obviously, because the second we got off the stage, James didn't ask anyone else in the band. He just said, hey, Meg, do you want to be our singer now?
Nice.
And that is exactly how this came about. And it worked out for the best, I'd have to say.
Wow. Beautifully said.
Yeah, it's cool to hear that there's like a real natural story behind it.
Yeah.
Pretty organic.
Yeah. So the self-titled album has some sci-fi themes running throughout, and just I didn't know that was.
Explain what happened.
Wow.
They have a laundry chute for bottles.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's the bottle elf. So I don't know if you guys saw, but there was this little guy running around, and he was looking for cheese, but he had some empty bottles, and I think he got mad that we didn't have anything for him, and he threw a bottle in there. He's the bottle elf.
Right. A little message from the bottle elf.
Yeah.
Well, continuing on, you guys have some, like, I'd say maybe some certain storylines maybe running throughout the album. Is there any sort of concept?
I wouldn't say there's a concept. I mean, they're all sort of in that, sci-fi, like sort of B-horror movie theme, but there's no, like, running stories between the songs or anything like that. It's basically just, like, fun stuff that we came up with after watching a bunch of sci-fi and old bad horror movies.
Gotcha.
Tammy and the T-Rex, which was Paul Walker's debut film. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Alex here with the Local Lowdown, currently hunched over in the basement.
beat up after the monsoon of a pit that emerged halfway through that set.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and I was looking at the forecast before I got here, and I was looking, and I was seeing some good things for merchandise. I was seeing some shirts. I was seeing some CDs.
Right.
I was seeing some stickers.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask, right? You guys got quite the selection, and my little merch gremlin heart is already very happy. It might be beat up right now, but it's very, very happy.
How much free stuff do you want exactly?
I mean, I got a little. I got a little gold hoard going on.
Oh. It's not fair how you get all the free.
All you have to do is complain, apparently.
But I gotta ask: is there any more plans coming in the near future as some merch? Maybe Maybe
yeah,
some
we
new
have a lot of merch ideas that we've been wanting to do for a long time. I had one idea that I came up with that I just never made a graphic for, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Wait, hold on. Matt has.
Give it to Matt, and then I got one.
A lot of our merch is homemade, handmade, as it were. If you guys have something cool that you're like, that would be really cool on our shirt, we'll make it for you. I don't care.
Ooh, I could figure something out. Maybe
I had a really big plan for merchandise. It was just a like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
That, but just imagine me like all big, floating
down Main
floating
Street.
around like 16 times the size. That's it.
That's the piece of merchandise.
It's actually Griffin. We blow them up to size, and you rent them out by the day. No questions asked.
You don't want to know where the inflating hose goes.
And it's actually only 50 bonkles a day to rent him. And you have to type, it's a whole currency issue. You'll have to figure out what a bonkle is. We don't describe that for you guys, but it converts. Yeah, you'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll have to do some research afterwards, but alas, back to the actual hose.
Thank you. And last question for you guys. Any upcoming releases that we should look out for in the near future? Or
Well.
We just released an album.
Yeah. What more could you want?
Not enough.
Being
Sorry.
so selfish right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, we have.
how we are.
I guess I'm just gonna speak it into action now. Now that we're saying it out loud. We're
I'm so
putting
scared.
out.
Whatever James is saying is not canon because we don't know what he's about to say.
Well,
Okay.
me and the handsome man named Griffin are in another band called Skulk and Ghost.
That I
And-
do know.
And we're gonna be doing a dang old split at some point. Yeah. See, we have talked about it, and at least a
Okay.
conversation. But we have new songs in the works at our next show on the 26th in Babeville, 9th
Okay.
Ward. Yeah. We got a new song that we're gonna be unleashing to the world, and I don't think you guys are ready for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, thank you for that exclusive and potentially non-canon information. We appreciate that here. But I think we're about ready to wrap up here. It's been another amazing night here at BJ's. Thank you for talking to us, Tsunami Surprise.
It is 1:23 a.m. to be exact.
It's time to go to bed.
Thanks for that cool segment. Last but not least, we have Just Me Unplugged.
Hey everyone, this is Anna with a cold this week, and I welcome you to this week's installment of Just Me Unplugged, the only High Noon Friday segment that explores the frenzied depths of the college student's mind, because who really knows what goes on in there? It's also probably one of the first to be pretentious enough to do it in the form of poetry, but I digress. So, anyway, today's piece is going to be about something that many of us have probably experienced at some point or another. Nostalgia. Well, not necessarily just nostalgia. I'm actually going to be discussing the dangers of nostalgia, which is something I'd never thought I'd hear myself say. I mean, how can nostalgia be dangerous? Well, if you'll humor me and my cold, let's delve deep into the frenzied depths of my mind it's worse than you think in there, and find out. And so, without further stalling, here it goes. So, I woke up and thought, I don't like that today's, well, today. So instead I decided that today's gonna be 2008. Now, I know what you're thinking, but come on, just this once, and I swear I'll be back to the present faster than you can say, God, get me out of here. Okay? Okay, so Avatar just ended over the summer, and Mom just bought me a brand spanking new Nintendo DS. And a really gross, sort of dusty pink. But I like it anyway, because I guess all girls are supposed to like pink. But anyway, back to 2008. SpongeBob is my favorite show. My brother is playing Crash Bandicoot on his PS2. As I watch him, I want to turn, but he won't let me, because he thinks I'll make Crash die within the first 10 seconds of having the controller. You know, fair enough. Anyway, Super Mario Galaxy has never been harder for newly 7-year-old me. Oh my goodness, I keep falling into the black hole. And now, I only have 2 lives left. Mario better make it over the ledge this time around. But then, I sigh, because as I look at the clock and remember the 21-year-old me, I realize that this stuff is fun. But tomorrow I know that I'll still have my poetic documentary to work on, and my précis to maybe turn in. I guess I'd better set the Wii remote down, or else this stuff will never get done. 2008, it's been nice. But till next time, when I get bored or temporarily unmotivated. After all, I've got this précis to maybe write. Okay, probably not. And there you have it, folks. So, it turns out that accessing your save file on Super Mario Galaxy 10 years later and doing a speedrun of the Honey Hive Galaxy without falling into that damn black hole is pretty reckless after all. In all sincerity though, there's no harm in indulging in the past every now and again. It only becomes harmful when you begin to use the past as an escape from the present, becoming overly reliant on the things that may have brought you comfort as a child, but now no longer serve you as an adult. Now, me personally, I am notorious for turning to Mario Kart or Jenna Marbles in times of distress or just plain boredom in my everyday life. And those 2 things are amazing in moderation, but I've realized that the only way to overcome my present struggles is to face them head on, and anyone else can do the same. Nostalgia doesn't have to be a remedy, nor does it have to be a trap. Instead, it can be a treasure. The thing you rediscover once every couple years when you go digging around in your parents' attic. And that said, I'm Anna, and this is my cold, and this has been another installment of Just Me Unplugged. Be sure to tune in next Friday so we can keep exploring the frenzied depths of the college student's mind. See you then.
Thanks for the segment. Next up is a very special interview. Take it away, Chloe.
Hey, my name is Chloe, and we have a very special interview for you all today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Chris LeGros, and I'm the Interim Director of Career Development.
Welcome to the show. So, what did you come here to discuss?
Well, I wanted to share information about our upcoming graduate school fair and our graduate school week activities. So the graduate school fair will be on Tuesday, the 25th, October 25th, from 4 to 6 in the Williams Center. We're expecting more than 60 institutions to come and share information about their graduate programs, everything from business to healthcare to the humanities, the fine arts, lots of ground being covered there that day. So there's going to be a big event. It's our first live event since 2019, so we're very excited to bring it back in person.
So what kind of events happen during grad school week?
We, Career Development, will have a presentation on the 24th, on Monday at 4 o'clock, just on all things graduate school, how to prepare for the application process, what's different about grad school from undergrad. We're going to have our Assistant Director, Marie, do the presentation alongside a graduate assistant who can talk about their experiences in grad school as well. And then immediately after the fair, we have 3 presentations by some grad programs, and they're all career presentations as well as recruiting pitches. One will be about careers in higher education, if anyone's ever thought about working at a college campus. That will be put on by Buffalo State's higher ed program. There will be a presentation about medical school applications. It's a very complicated process, and but they'll help people understand that. And finally, we're going to have a presentation called Pathways to the Public Affairs Universe, which is about careers in government, public policy, and that sort of thing. And that's going to be put on by 2 master's programs in public administration, as well as our own Professor Jonathan Chelsovsky from the politics department.
Awesome, that's really cool. So who is invited to attend?
Everybody. It's open to all students, and it's also open to the community. If anyone off campus is listening, you're also welcome to attend if you're interested in graduate school. The Fredonia grad programs will be there as well. All of our programs will be represented prominently there, so we encourage you to come check those out.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want students to know about the event?
No, that about covers it, but I do want people to know if you are going to graduate school, Career Development can help you with identifying programs, writing your personal statement, preparing your resume, practicing your interviewing, anything at all to help you with the grad school process. We can help you with that. So just visit our website, fredonia.edu/CDO, and set up an appointment.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thanks for the interview. Now let's bring it to Josh with the international news.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm your host, Jazzman Josh, with this week's international news. Last Friday, 2 climate protesters from the group Just Stop Oil were arrested after they threw cans of tomato soup at Vincent van Gogh's Sunflowers in London's National Art Gallery. The painting itself, protected behind glass, is unharmed, but reportedly the gilded frame took some minor damage, according to the gallery. The vandals, after having thrown the soup at the 19th century painting, proceeded to glue their hands to the walls of the art gallery. One of the protesters then shouted, quote, "What is worth more, art or life? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet?" End quote. That same day, 24 more people were arrested after meeting at police headquarters and spraying yellow paint on the New Scotland Yard sign. Just Stop Oil has gained a reputation for their protests that often involve vandalism of artwork and campaigns to block off oil terminals. Right now, the group is hosting a month-long protest to occupy Westminster. Their goal is for the UK government to cease license and consents for the production and usage of oil in the UK. Yesterday, the Prime Minister of Britain resigned from office. After having only been in office for 44 days, Liz Truss is Britain's shortest-serving Prime Minister. In a statement delivered at 10 Downing Street in Westminster, she announced that she will remain Prime Minister until a new one is chosen. She had entered office promising economic growth through a form of trickle-down economics. When her political ally, Kwasi Kwarteng, announced tax cuts to Parliament and proposed energy-saving costs for British households, the value of the British pound had dropped significantly. This led to Truss sacking Kwarteng and left former political rival Jeremy Hunt as financial advisor. Hunt more or less scrapped Truss's program, which caused another of Liz Hunt's political allies, Suella Braverman, to resign shortly thereafter. With not much more support within Britain's Conservative Party, and far less outside of it, Truss chose to resign yesterday morning. What do the Department of Defense and women's reproductive health have to do with each other? Well, after the court case Dobbs versus Jackson, Women's Health Organization this year, ruling overturned Roe v. Wade, and 13 states have enacted bans on all or most abortions. Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of the Department of Defense, released a statement yesterday in order to protect members of its service and provide for them the reproductive health care service members may need. In the statement, Austin wrote, quote, "Our service members and their families are often required to travel or move to meet our staffing, operational, and training requirements. Such moves should not limit their access to reproductive health care," end quote. This comes at a time when many military bases are within states that may have recently enacted restrictions against reproductive health care, states like Texas or the border of Kentucky and Tennessee. The memorandum also addresses privacy for those who require such health care by extending the time one must notify commanders of their pregnancy to 20 weeks. It also seeks to protect healthcare providers of the Pentagon that they should not be held liable for performing their official duties such that they will not lose their license or face criminal liability. Lloyd Austin writes that the actions outlined in the memo, quote, "will be completed no later than the end of this calendar year to the maximum extent possible," end quote. Once again, it's time for the Jazzman Josh Word of the Week. And with the spooky month of Halloween, we're going for some spookier words this time around. Let's hear it.
The Jazzman Josh Word of the Week for this week is
sepulchral. That's right, folks. The spooky Jazzman Josh Word of the Week for this week is sepulchral. Sepulchral is an adjective that means of or relating to a tomb. Thus, the mummies of ancient Egypt are surrounded by a surplus of sepulchral silhouettes, their sand-soaked cellars saturated with sandals and scriptures and sketches on the walls to mark the celebratory, sacred afterlife sleep. Thank you very much for listening. I've been your host, Jazzman Josh, with the International News. As always, stay warm and be cool.
Thanks for the updates. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for trivia, slightly after 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have three wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Please, introduce yourselves.
I'm Izzie.
I'm Heather.
I'm Kelliann.
Alrighty, you know the drill. The first one to shout their name after the question is read. After the question is read, we'll be able to take a shot at answering said question. Each question is worth 1 point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most points will be declared the winner. This week's category is something a little funky crazy that we came up with. Isn't that right, Chloe?
That is right, Alex.
This week's topic is the state.
Wait, together? 3, 2, 1. Wisconsin!
Hunter didn't talk.
I wasn't talked to.
Sorry. Well, it's hard for me to get both of you at the same time. You're in opposite directions.
You asked only Chloe about it, so you know.
That's true.
That is true. I meant to include you.
I felt unincluded.
Oh.
Okay, wait, ready? On 3.
It's too late.
2, 3.
Wisconsin!
See, was that so hard?
Aren't we a great group of friends? Anyways, this week's category is Wisconsin. Here we go. Question number 1. Green Bay, Wisconsin is known throughout the states as home of the Green Bay Packers. However, what is it the capital of? Is it A, the cheddar capital of the world, B, the toilet paper capital of the world, C, the guitar pedal capital of the world, or D, it's the state capital?
Heather.
Heather.
A.
A, the cheddar capital of the world, is incorrect. Ooh.
Sorry, Dad.
More on that later.
Izzie.
Izzie.
Oh God, I don't know things, but I'm gonna go with that it's the state capital? Question mark?
Green Bay is not the state capital of Wisconsin.
I'm not a good person for that.
Kellyanne.
Kellyann.
I forgot what C was, but is it C?
C, the guitar pedal capital of the world?
Yeah.
It is not the guitar pedal.
Off to a great start.
We are going. It is the toilet paper capital of the world. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Fun fact, the city switched all of its paper mills to toilet paper production shortly before the Great Depression, helping it survive through it. Also, the state capital is Madison.
You guys must not be great with state capitals. So let's take it to question 2. The state capital is Madison, and the toilet paper capital is Green Bay. We've discussed this now.
Yes.
What is deemed as the cheese capital? Is it A, Plymouth, B, Milwaukee, C, Appleton, or D, it is also Madison?
Kelliann, is it B?
That is incorrect.
It is not Milwaukee.
Dang.
Rip. Heather just made quite the face.
That was gonna be my answer. Well, now you can get the right one. I forgot them all now.
She looks like she's gonna cry.
Is it A, Plymouth, C, Appleton, or D, it is also Madison?
Heather.
Heather.
D.
D, it is also Madison?
Incorrect.
Izzie. I'm gonna go with Plymouth.
Correct.
Wow.
It's Plymouth.
That was really good.
Fun fact, it is estimated that 10 to 15% of the nation's cheese is processed and sold from the Plymouth-based facilities and deems the community the cheese capital of the world, TM. It is also deemed the best place to start a business on the same website.
Hunter, I have a question.
Yeah, what's that?
Just real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you turn all the mics on in the room?
Yeah.
Just every single one?
No, not all of them.
Oh.
Is that one
Is
on?
the first one on?
No.
All right.
Oh.
Question 3. Question 3.
I was curious. I was hearing some
it's
weird
time for
reverbs.
question 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess. Question 3.
Speaking of Madison, Wisconsin, how many registered dogs were registered in the city in 2018?
In Madison, Wisconsin.
In Madison, in the state capital.
Yes.
Is it A, 12,503, B, 12,812, C, 13,296, or D, 13,509?
Heather.
I think that's Heather.
B.
No.
Okay.
It was 13,296.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what answer was that?
So what's left is A, 12,503, and D, 13,509.
Kelliann.
Okay.
D? That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Wow.
Is there any points on the board right now?
There's one for
There is one.
Izzie, I believe.
Oh, right. Okay.
But no one is currently in the lead.
Wow. Okay. Anyways.
Wow.
So
That's tough.
those dogs make up nearly 5% of that city's population.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, in 2018.
Yeah, in 2018.
Yeah.
It could have changed by now.
I don't know. That's the data I found.
All right, question number 4. Before this episode, Heather informed me her father had lived in Wisconsin for a bit and was interested in sending me some Wisconsin facts. Which of these Wisconsin facts did Paul not send me? Okay, which of these facts did Paul not send me? Is it A, Wisconsin is named the Badger State because the American badger is the state animal? B, the first ice cream sundae was concocted in Two Rivers in 1881? C, the Fox River is one of the few rivers in the United States that flows north? Or D, the first circus in the U.S. was in Delavan, Wisconsin?
Izzie.
Izzie.
I'm gonna go with C.
C, the Fox River is one of the few rivers in the nation that flows north? That is true in the fact that the river does in fact flow north, so you're wrong. It's tough out here.
We're looking for the false fact.
Yeah, which is the false fact?
B.
B, the first ice cream sundae was concocted in Two Rivers in 1881?
Sure.
I'll tell you what, they had ice cream in 1881. They were making sundaes.
Sorry. Kelliann.
Kelliann.
Is it A?
A, Wisconsin is named the Badger State because the American badger is the state animal?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Let's go.
Fun fact, the state is named the Badger State due to the old-timey lead miners leaving a trail of tunnels and homes in the hills of Wisconsin, which were referred to as badger dens. Also, Paul swore to secrecy in this sharing of facts. Thank you, Paul. Heather didn't get it right, which further proves the point.
Because he told me the Badger State won. He told me it, so I was like, I don't know.
Once upon a
if he
time.
sent it.
That is tough, Heather.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Can Paul have a a participation
Yeah,
point.
Paul gets a
a participation
No,
point.
can we get Paul a participation point? But can we also get him a just the fact point?
Oh,
because
that's true.
He was
He
sharing
needs to
some
do
facts.
facts.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember when we did Katroshi facts?
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
Anyways.
We should do Paul facts.
Paul facts. That's exactly where I was going with that. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't do the next one.
You didn't? Did
Hunter
Hunter
did.
do it?
I did. I had to write the point.
Oh.
Yeah, Alex looked at me like I was supposed to be speaking, and I was like, no.
Whoopsies.
Question 5.
You think I'd write question 5? Look at this question. I'm
How-
just kidding. I just think it's really funny. Go ahead.
Question 5. How big is Wisconsin by square miles?
Okay.
Is it A, bigger than Illinois? B, smaller than Alabama? C, equal to the size of Iowa? Or D, slightly bigger than Florida? Slightly means about 1,000 square kilometers.
Heather.
Yeah?
B?
That is incorrect.
Wisconsin's bigger than Alabama.
Kelliann?
Kelliann.
Is it A?
That is incorrect. It is smaller than Illinois.
Smaller than Illinois.
Oh, is it D?
It is D.
Wow.
It is only slightly bigger than Florida. It is less than 1,000 square meters. Kilometers?
You got
I
both of
still
those
said
wrong. You
meters
wrote-
again. I know.
You wrote square miles here.
Yeah,
So you're in the completely wrong system here.
I am. Well, out of the 50 states, Wisconsin was actually ranked in the perfect middle of 25 for size by square mileage. If we change our measurement from square mileage to population, it's 20th.
Wow.
I thought there were less people.
Ouch. There's like Milwaukee there. There's
Yeah, but-
Madison.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. There's cheese. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to live in a state with cheese?
That's true.
Yeah. Especially Alex.
Yeah.
Alex loves cheese.
I love cheese.
Question 6. Wisconsin is a pretty short state. In fact, the highest natural point in Wisconsin is a hill at only 1,951 feet. What is the name of this hill? Is it A, the Big Point, B, Finley Hill, I almost said Hall, Finley Hill, C, Susan's Lookout, or D, Tim's Hill? Whose hill? Or I guess what is the name of it?
Heather.
Heather.
B?
No.
I forgot the
Okay,
answers.
your options are the Big Point, Susan's Lookout, or Tim's Hill.
Izzie. I'm gonna go with Tim's Hill.
That's correct.
Guys, these stakes are high. Izzie's gonna be my dad's favorite child.
That's true. That's right.
Wow.
Okay, so next time you're passing through Wisconsin as you do.
As you do.
You can actually visit Tim's Hill for free.
Whoa!
And it's off of Highway 13.
Whoa! That's
Wow.
crazy.
Hey, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got my point? I didn't put it down.
Hunter.
Who
Slightly-
said slightly bigger than Florida?
Oh, Izzy did.
Izzy, okay.
Hunter.
Hunter.
That's what I thought. I had to make sure. I
Now
just
that
knew it
you-
wasn't Heather.
Now that you updated it, can you tell us the scores?
Yeah, absolutely. In last place is Heather. She's got nothing.
Okay.
Next up is Kelliann with 1 point.
Nice.
And then the next place is Izzy with 3 points.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Wow, we only have 10 minutes left. That's
I know, we
crazy.
gotta speed.
We gotta zoom. Question number 7. The site hmdb.org is the leading site documenting historical markers and war memorials in both the United States and internationally through a network of volunteers. How many markers are currently listed in the state of Wisconsin? Is it A, 3,067, B, 3,888, C, 4,396, or D, 4,610?
Kelliann.
Kelliann.
Is it B?
B, 3,888 is incorrect.
Heather.
Heather.
Is it D?
D, 4,610 is incorrect.
Izzie.
Izzie.
Is it A?
A, 3,067 is correct.
I'm getting disowned after this.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Fun fact, Wisconsin ranks 19th in the most markers listed in the database currently. Additionally, I myself have added 43 markers to the database Unfortunately, none of them have been in Wisconsin. Maybe one day.
Take a trip to Wisconsin.
When I take a trip to Tim's Hill.
Yeah, exactly. See? While you're
I'll add a few
passing through.
markers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Question 8. So in question 5, we discussed how big Wisconsin was. I'll finally give you the number. Wisconsin is about 65,500 square miles. Said miles that time.
Nice.
Now, we did calculate, though. We did a little calculation. About how many Alexes would we need to cover the entire area of Wisconsin? Is it A, 434 million? B, 62 billion? C, 304 billion? Or D, 91 trillion?
Izzie.
What's that?
I'm gonna go with C.
That is correct.
It makes so much
I was
sense,
gonna
right?
go with C. I didn't know how tall Alex was, so I was like, oh.
I'm 6 foot exact.
I just
Yeah.
said Alex is a pretty tall person.
Yeah.
Okay, if there was 304 billion Alexes, I know for a fact that they would all want to go see the Brockton Arches.
Every single one of them.
All of them.
Ooh, yeah.
Fun fact, we figured out all this math about an hour ago. It was about 45 minutes before the show. Yep.
We changed a question last minute. Too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We had like a light bulb moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was really funny. Okay, question 9. You know how people say, man, I literally don't know anyone from Wisconsin, except for, other than, of course, Heather's dad. Turns out, a pretty popular pop culture figure hails from Wisconsin. Barbie.
Nice.
Oh. What fictional town in Wisconsin does Barbie hail from? Is it A, Malia, B, Willows, C, Parthenia, or D, Water Whirls?
Izzie.
Yeah.
Parthenia?
No. That's a Barbie town, though, but not the one in Wisconsin.
Kelliann.
Mhm.
Is it B?
That's correct.
Let's go.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, Heather.
Heather looks so sad right now.
Heather, we
All right.
have 3 questions left. You got to get one right.
Yes, you got
this.
I can't guarantee anything.
You got this.
You gotta answer first each of those times and just try your best.
Okay.
Okay, so fun fact, it's actually the setting of Barbie and her sisters in The Great Puppy Adventure, and also Barbie and her sisters' puppy rescue. Willows is named for its famous willow trees.
Do you think that puppy that is in that show was registered in Madison, Wisconsin?
No, because they're in Willows.
That's a fair point. Okay.
Yes.
Well then, question number 10. Which county in Wisconsin produces nearly all of the ginseng produced in the United States? Is it A, Milwaukee, B, Fox, C, Sheboygan, or D, Marathon? These are counties.
Heather.
Heather.
A.
A, Milwaukee.
Sure.
Kellyann.
Kellyann. C, was it like Sheboygan?
Sheboygan.
Yeah. Dang.
No Sheboygan, though I love that name.
Sounds like a goofy
What's
name.
left? A and D are left?
No.
Yes. No, wait, no, B and D.
B and D.
Izzie. I'm gonna go with D.
D, Marathon.
I like the sound effects. They're so good.
I need to start trusting my
Marathon.
instinct.
Fun fact, this one county produces nearly 10% of the entire world's supply of ginseng. There's an international festival held in September for it. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And speaking of cheese, let's take it to question 11.
Okay, if you say so.
To this day, only one place in the entirety of the United States produces what type of cheese?
In Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. It is in Wisconsin. That wasn't the fun fact, but yeah. Is it A, Limburger, B, Colby, C, Pepper Jack, or D, Provolone?
Heather.
What do you think?
Colby.
That is incorrect.
No. Kellyann.
What do you think?
A. Limburger.
That is true.
It just sounded like such a weird name.
Yeah, it's
I've never heard of
It's a
that
very
before.
stinky cheese. Wisconsin produces 600 varieties of cheese. Brick and Colby cheese were the first created in Wisconsin, and Limburger, the world's single foulest smelling cheese, is only made in Monroe. That's in Wisconsin.
Nice.
All right. Last question. Question 12. Which of the following laws in Wisconsin is not true? So you got to find the fake one. Okay. Is it A, in Oshkosh, if you have a horse on a lead, you have to walk on the left side of the horse, not the right? B, when you go to a restaurant in Wisconsin, it's illegal for them to serve you margarine in place of butter unless you specifically ask for it? Is it C, cheese is considered to be authentic Wisconsin cheddar if it is described as weak? Or D, you can't do tricks on your bike while riding in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin?
Heather.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a shot in the dark here.
Okay.
C.
That is not correct.
You have failed your
Jesus.
family honor.
Does anybody else want to answer?
Kelliann.
Okay.
A.
That's correct. I made that up.
Goofy little thing.
I made that up. Thank you. I thought it was very goofy. I was thinking about Minecraft. I was like thinking about Minecraft. I was thinking about Minecraft. Yes. So fun fact: there's about that number does not look right.
You can do this.
179,000.
Yes, that's
horses
the
in
number.
Wisconsin. That sounds like weird though. I feel like there's more dogs.
Well,
You found this fact.
I did. I know it's true. I copy and pasted
well, there's
it.
probably more dogs, but they're just not registered.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hiding
Yeah,
a dog.
that's true.
Like the
yeah.
ones in Willows because it's a fictional place.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you guys like to know the total?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Who's in last?
In last place, this is going to shock you.
Yeah.
With -1, it is Heather.
-1.
-1.
I gave her a bad listener point because I assume her dad has told her some facts.
Oh no! That's so mean.
And very fitting, in third place is Paul with 2.
Okay.
With a just facts point and a participation point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then our winner for today is, I don't think it's that much of a surprise. That's not the right. I moved some buttons around, did I? The winner's Izzie. The winner's Izzie.
Oh my God! What a
dad
tribute.
me and he wasn't even here.
Wait, your dad played along at home?
No, he got.
I thought you meant he was playing along.
Oh
I was gonna
my
say he should've
God!
gone all
That
over
was
it.
quite the tribute. Congratulations, Izzie, for winning Wisconsin trivia. I think there's not much left to be said about that. Chloe, shall we bring it back to our host to end off this wacky episode of High Noon?
To the host.
To the host.
That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
High Noon Friday is assembled through collaboration with students from Fredonia Radio Systems and Dr. Daly's Audio Production 2 class. Our producers and scriptwriters are Alex Erwin, Chloe Kowalyk, and Hunter Halterman. Board operation is performed by Hunter Halterman. News is presented and read by Cascio, Fonseca, and Joshua Ribakove. And weather is prepared and read by Izzie and Inzinna. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. I'm Alex Erwin.
And I'm Chloe Kowalyk. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place. Have a great weekend, Fredonia.
Bye, Fredonia.
Goodbye.